Okay, yay. I'm so excited to become your wife and life partner. You are truly incredible and my greatest blessing. Through all the laughs and tears, I wouldn't change a thing about our story. I'm so excited to start this incredible adventure with you and see where the Lord takes us. You are the first person who has ever looked at me with those beautiful blue eyes of love, grace, and acceptance. Today, you will be my husband, my protector, and my rock. I'm so blessed to have you and share many more memories together. I just freaking love you, and I can't wait to rip your clothes off. Sorry, Mom. But also to spend the rest of my life with you here on earth, loving and serving you. Paul Garretson McKinney, thank you for stealing my heart and choosing me. So today, I'll steal your last name. See you at the altar. Love, Kara.
Wow. Good. It was good. I'm surprised you said with some of the things she did. By far, the most exciting thing for me about getting married is the fact that I no longer have to say goodbye to her every night. So between the setting of alarms and like walking her to her car, even though I love doing that a lot, I'm excited to just not have to leave her, that I get to be around her all the time, because she just is just a loving and radiant person that I always want to be around.
The thing I'm looking most to about being married is being with Garretson. He's the best human in the whole wide world, and he makes me laugh, he makes me cry. Being married is not just, okay, well, you're my husband and this is just what we do. It's a lifestyle that we get to have together and we get to share it, and that's what I'm the most excited for, is getting to share life and do it together. And to be honest, to not have to like go our separate ways at night will be so nice, and getting able to go on adventures and to travel together is going to be awesome. But also, we waited, and so it's a representation of what the Lord does for us. And so getting married isn't just like, oh, we're getting married and let's have the perfect day on Instagram. And even though the Lord provided this very beautiful day, it's very much a thing of I want it to represent what the Lord has done for us, and that's why I'm excited to get married to Garretson.
No. We're gonna chant Garretson, 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 Garretson.
I hate that. I didn't put it anywhere on the chalkboard or anything.
My dearest Kara, we are finally done with the waiting. It's been a long time since that scorching hot day in the May of 2018 when you gave me this special rubber band that has signified my commitment to you, and I've been waiting for today to exchange this band for a much more permanent one.
He wouldn't tell me that he liked me for a long time, but I knew that he did. And so we were like tie-dyeing shirts, and we were just like messing around, and we had, like tie-dye, you have to like rubber band them and stuff. And so at the end of our tie-dyeing, we had gotten painting all over each other and stuff, and I was like, you need to keep the rubber band forever. And as a joke, and he did. He kept his rubber band. That's what this is.
Today, we get to stand and declare the love that we have to God, family, friends, and the whole world, and most importantly to each other. This will be one of the easiest decisions of my life, and it's all because of you. I can't wait to see you walking down that aisle. Love, Paul Garretson McKinney.
I can't tell you like a specific day that we met, but the day that I remember the most was actually the day that he gave me this rubber band, or I gave him this rubber band. We were tie-dyeing t-shirts for camp because he was an intern and I was on staff. And so we were playing with like the tie-dye paint, and I gave him this rubber band, and I was like, if you take this off, we're no longer friends. And it's just crazy that he kept this rubber band until today. And so
Did you know he kept it?
I knew he did, because I would see him wear it time to time. I'd look and I'm like, dang, he still like wears his rubber band. But like, it's not like I looked for, well, actually that's a lie. I did look for it all the times. Like whenever, right after, because I didn't know if he liked me or not. We're in this weird phase. Every time I look at it, I'd be like, well, he still has it. It's like, maybe he does still like me, or maybe he does like me, because we hadn't talked till like later on in like August if he had liked me. And so that we had liked each other. And so I would look at it, and so I saw he wore it, but recently I haven't. I mean, if I'm thinking about it, I haven't seen it, but it's because he put it in this.
See through only me and
honestly, I don't remember the first time we met. One of the first memories I have of her was at one of my sister's plays when she was just coming to support my sister. Another time was when she was freaking out about Krispy Kreme donuts and Taco Cabana, of all things. And then, but the first time I remember really realizing, hey, this is an amazing woman that like I could spend the rest of my life with. Maybe not to that extent yet, but that it was a possibility, was when I was tie-dyeing shirts for Beach Week, and she decided she would come over and help us lowly seminarians. And she was one of the few pastors that would do that. And it just kind of amazed me with her hard work and her work ethic, that she, despite having just done a whole long day of work and being tired herself, she decided to come over and help us, and just meant a lot.
You know, Garretson and Carrot today is a day of celebration, of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it forever. This is a celebration that God has ordained since the beginning of humankind. And this is the last time that you will ever be two again. So as we begin today, let me first ask, who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Her mother and I.
Praise God.
Our first date, so I'd gotten a gift card for Christmas to this like really fancy restaurant, and it was really nice. It was on Market Street. It's called Jasper's, and so we got dressed up and we went out to Jasper's and we had some food. And then the thing that I love the most in this world is ice cream and chocolate milk. Like those are like my comfort foods. And so after we had gone to dinner, we were driving back to his house, but he stopped at HEB because before, like, we were like still like friends, just getting to know each other. We would go to the HEB at Woodlands Parkway in Kirkendall, and there's like these tables outside of Sakikawa, and we would literally go get ice cream and chocolate milk and just like sit and talk and just learn more about each other. And it was there that when we went on our first date that he went to HEB, he had gotten the chocolate milk and the ice cream and one single rose, because we used to watch The Bachelor. We still watch The Bachelor. It's a great show. Trashy show, great show. But he would come over. There's a lot of people that come over, and it's not just a show for girls. All the boys watch it too. Like all the guys I work with, they all come over and watch it. And so when we got to our little table, we had drank chocolate milk and an ice cream, and then he'd asked me if I would be his girlfriend and accept this rose. Since I actually still have the rose, it's at my house. It's in like and every single flower arrangement he's got me, whether it's for like my birthday or just because, I've kept like a flower from each, so I have like a bouquet of dead flowers from Garretson. And then it was on our first date that he told me that he loved me and that I was it.
Oh no! Our technical first date, after we started dating, because we had a weird period of just talking and not being able to date. Our first date, it was really simple. We just went to a fancy restaurant off of Market Street and then walked to the waterway. But going on that first date, it was absolutely amazing, because I still remember she was wearing a yellow dress with some roses on it. She looked absolutely stunning. But it was just this huge sense of relief of like being with her. I was able to just be myself and totally unwind and be able to like invest into someone else and not have to worry about being exposed myself. Just the sense of like, this is right.
So we had gone to Beach Week together. It's like our church summer camp in June of 2018. And from where I was sitting during the service, I looked over and I saw him, and he was just like worshiping the Lord with his whole heart. And I just remember thinking like, that guy is so awesome. He's obviously like super hot, and he loves the Lord so much, and he shows it in aspect of his character and the way that he loves people, loves students, loves his parents, like the way that he loves his sister. It was just that moment when I was like, I think this is it, but I was like, maybe I'm crazy because everyone is like, oh, like, you know, whatever, and it was just, I can't describe it. I know a lot of people will probably say that, but you like when you know, you just know, and so I knew, and we had to wait a little bit, but it was worth. It was hard. It was very very hard. It was worth it to be able to wait, and then now to be here on this day is just I can't believe it's here and that it's happening, and here we are.
I don't know if there was an exact moment. It was more of just a realization of one day I kind of woke up and realized like. I was just thinking along the lines of in the future, like when we have like kids or something like that, I was like, wait a second. I wouldn't just say that about anybody. Like, oh my goodness, I've already known that I loved her, but I want to spend the rest of my life with her. But it was just a collection of so many moments put together that, yeah,
Well, Garretson and Kara, having seen your love for one another and having heard you make your commitments to one another today before God and before everyone gathered here, it is my privilege by the power vested to me by God and the great state of Texas to now pronounce you husband and wife, and what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. And then I just want to read a few more passages. Garretson, you may kiss your bride.
So I've known Garretson since the 7th grade, so that's about 8 or 9 years, something like that. It's a long time. He goes above and beyond to serve his friends and to love the people around him. I had never felt more loved by someone in my life than I did that night up until that point. So I wanted to thank you for that, Kara. I could not have picked a better woman of God to be with Garretson. I appreciate so much the things that you do for him, the way that you love him and serve him and treat him. I can't wait to see what God has in store for y'all. I know y'all are really going to change the world for God's glory. And I'm so excited to see that and be side by side with y'all as y'all do that. So I want everyone to raise a glass to Garretson and Kara.
She moved to Missouri with her family 15 years ago. Being friends with someone for 15 years, wow, that's a long time, I feel old, has given me countless memories of such a sweet, smart, hardworking, honest, loving, and loyal friend. Her joyful spirit and welcoming nature brightens any room that she enters. Her fervent pursuit of Christ and all things heavenly are a bright, shining, guiding light, and her love for Garretson radiates like a lighthouse in a dark world. Garretson, in the few interactions we've had in person, your love and adoration for Kara has been obvious. I always hoped and prayed that Kara would find a partner whose presence wouldn't dim her light in any way she's found that.